It will identity entitlements report arguments from here for particular identity. You want to execute, you can do it for particular application. You can do it. Which attribute you want to select, which entitlement you want to select. So, based on the requirement, you can select and you can execute the report. So something like this, you told write user account status report. So user details we have. Okay, in this out-of-the-box report you won't be able to customize anything. If you want to customize anything, then you have to create some custom report. Okay. And it's not recommended as well in the out-of-the-box report. These are the out-of-the-box report, which means it comes with a default one. So you're not supposed to make any changes in this. And there is a question, how can we create a custom report? From debug page. Using Java Bean Shell, or from using the SQL query, that if you're going to fetch the data from the database. Let me try to find one. Okay, that thing I understand from the database. If we have understanding of tables, which is keeping what thing, and how they are joining. We can do that, but what about the other side? You said from debug? I mean take the XML of the existing report and modify it. Right, is it? Yeah, the same. Okay, but where would it appear? Where would it appear? It will start appearing in the same list of reports. Yeah. So let me create one report from the back end as well. No issue. So you guys understand, right? So the standard attributes report layout. It's the important one. I mean, based on that, based on the section, you can prepare your report based on the requirement. Any doubts from this? Can you explain 1 second, please? Okay, so whenever there is a requirement, client is asking, auditing, asking our application team. Word is going to asking you to prepare some report based on some object. Object would be identity or application or entitlement roles certification. Object would be anything based on some object. They will ask you to prepare some report. Is it clear? Okay, so in that scenario, you can go to Intelligence and Reports. You will be having these many categorized, these many category you have. Okay. Okay, so we have these many categories. If client is saying you need to prepare a report based on certification, then you can expand this one. Access review and certification. You have 12 reports, so you can fulfill the requirement using any one of the report. Okay. So if it is related to application, then you can execute this one. Execute this report if it is related to identity and user reports. We have 13 reports. You can utilize this one. Okay, if it is related to entitlement rules or any policies. So for policy violation, we have a policy violation report as well. So if you want, you can execute, so they'll come to know these many policy violations we have. Okay, so that's the purpose. So whenever you are going to open any report standard, there will be a section called Standard Properties and Report Layout. It will be seen. So definitely it will be there. So this is where you are going to mention the report name. What about the previous result action? Who is going to be the email recipient? Okay, and report layout. Which column you are required to add in this report? If I'm going to execute this report, if I don't want this first name, then I can remove. First name, last name, each and everything I can remove. And what are the columns required? I can add, based on these things, 1. Okay, so this second one, the property. It will vary depends upon the object. If it is a policy violation, then it will be policy violation property. If it is related to certification, then some different thing will be there. So something like this, okay. Okay. Thanks. So if I'm going to execute this report, so all violation, active violation, inactive violation. What are the things you are required? You can select. Okay, I am. As of now, I'm looking for all violation, for all identities. But all policy. Everything will be there. Let me execute this. So the moment you are going to execute this one, so I table has been generated. So total policy, violation 7. Total identity 7, open violation 7. You have to take action, so you can include these policy violation in certification as well. As part of the certification trigger, you can do it. So these are the report data. So what is the policy name? Who is going to be the policy violation owner? What is the identity? What is the status of the policy violation? Each and everything you can trigger. Okay. So let me try to find for custom one. Okay, how we can create the custom report. Usually, so can anyone tell me where that report object will be there? All the back end. We don't have any object called reports. We don't have any object name called report here. So always that reports will store under task definition. Reports and tasks. It will be stored under this task. Definition object. Okay. So whatever reports we have seen over here, like application risk live report, and check here, so application risk live report. So it will. Let me search over here. So application risk live report. So it will be stored under the stars of task definition. So whenever you need to create any new report, custom report, what you can do. You can open the existing one. Click on New. So let me remove this. Created values each and everything. ID value should be empty always, or else it will. Whatever you are, whatever the changes you are going to make, it will be updated in the existing one. So be aware, always remove this ID values. No, I don't have any ID value apart from this. Okay. So this application risk live report in the back end we are going to open. So there is some code. How they have prepared a one array list. In that array list they are going to store all the application score using some for loop.